I wanted to add one more detail to our dash reupholster. We spent a great deal of time doing quite a bit of sound deadening installation on the firewall. And I'm going to kind of stoop under here and try to show you, but we had really great success with it. And a couple of things came up about this. Something I didn't think about. I was trying to reduce the engine noise when we're traveling, especially when we're going uphill and this thing drops down third gear. It revs up to about 4,000 RPMs. It's noisy. It's a V10 gas engine. And I've done my motor box and insulated that and everything. But what I found out is that the firewall in this coach has almost no insulation. There's a little bit around the steering wheel, but excluding that, that's it. Well, one more thing came about from another forum I was talking about. The reduction of cold air coming into the coach if you're in the winter months. And I have no way to try to measure that for you to tell you whether it works a lot better or not. But what came to mind to me, not only should it improve the being cold in the winter, but it should reduce the amount of heat that's coming up in the summertime. And let me kind of show you. I'll look under the dash and then I'll show you out in the front what we actually are covering. Okay, if you can look right back here, all this is the firewall. And you can kind of see where I've installed insulation against the firewall. And I've done that all the way across everything I could reach. This is all the way, you can't see it here, but behind the dash all the way. And I'm going to open the hood and kind of show you the back side. But we covered all the firewall in front of this dash. The only thing that has insulation is right around the steering wheel. We even covered on the far, if you can look over at the far side over there, you can see against the wall, see if I can bring it in, there's more sound deadening and insulation against that wall. And this has really made a big help. I went behind these covers and everything and installed that insulation. And although I can't tell right now, I did it for noise, I believe this is going to help on the cold coming in and heat in the summer. So hopefully this will improve my air conditioning and my heat both. Okay, this is in the engine compartment. And all this you see here, this is just metal, thin metal that goes to the inside of the coach. All this over here, the whole thing right above, all the way down, and the only thing you'll see that has a little insulation is around this on the inside. Even all of this, there might be a little spray, but there's no insulation on any of this, so a lot of noise comes through this. So insulating it made a big difference on how much noise we get. I believe it'll help a great deal on how much heat that comes through there and cold. Okay guys, that finishes my video on sound deadening and insulation for the dash. This turned out pretty well on the noise, but I believe it will improve on the cold air coming through that metal wall, and also the heat coming up from the motor in the summertime. So this should be a big improvement. Now I also not only put insulation on the inside of the firewall everywhere I could reach, but I put it on the back side of the dash panels along with the sound deadening felt. So I believe between the two of them is going to be a big improvement, not just for sound, where I was trying to head to, but also for heat and cold coming into the coach. Now I'm going to do a DB test here later on this month and compare the coach on noise out on the road. I've done the one at idle, but we live in Western North Carolina and our roads washed out and being repaired, so I can't get the coach out on the road yet. But when I do, I'll do it out at highway speeds and let you know how that turned out. At idle, it was about 5 decimal points lower, which was really great. That's a good results on the coach, but we'll see how it does on highway speeds. But I wanted to share the results as far as heat and cold. I never really thought about that. That didn't come to mind, but I believe that'll be a benefit for doing that. So if you have a coach, in my case this is a 2014, but I would say I would just check your firewall and see if you have just bare metal. I think you could make some improvements if you're pretty handy doing some insulation work. If you have any comments, just let me know. Leave them in the comments or questions or something you've done that works out really well. I'm always up for something that's somebody's done. Just leave it in the comments. Have a great day.